welcome to my video on the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo. When the cutscene ends, I'm going to explain what I'm doing and what this video is mostly about.
Get down here, Merc.
Okay, first off, you might hear my PS4 in the background. It is very loud because it is a first generation PS4, and I do not have the capacity to get a Pro, particularly this close to the launch of a new console. First off, I wanted to explain some things about me, my personal connection to this game, and what and some of my thoughts. But I'm gonna go into my thoughts more closer to the end. Okay, so personally, I never really liked Final Fantasy VII. Now, I still think it's a good game, I just didn't like it above other Final Fantasy games. Like, 6 was better with character development. I always kind of liked the combat of 13, but I'm never going to say it's like a good game. I'm talking about 13.1. I'm not talking about 13.2, and I'm definitely not talking about 13.3. Like, I would at least put above 10. Like, but I'm weird in that, because I don't think 10 is very good, because I absolutely dreaded listening to the protagonist. But Final Fantasy VII, always been in the back of my mind. Always kind of wished that I had the drive to give it its fair shake. But now, I kind of do, because now it's in a format that I actually enjoy, which is action RPGs, like this. So, first off, we need... Oh wait, can't do that yet. First off, let's fight some enemies, and I can show off something that most people on their first runs, because this is clearly not my first run, don't do. Okay. You can actually pull up the bestiary by pressing the touchpad, and you can swap between them using the lock-on stick for your camera. It's kind of interesting. The battle log shows how many you've defeated if you understand their weakness, and it also shows how much they usually drop. But since this is a demo, they don't want to actually like give anything away yet.
Nice and easy.
So, regular hits are fine, but if you hold the button, you actually do a wider sweeping attack, which is good for taking out multiple enemies. But the thing you're gonna want to be doing a lot of,
Hands where I can see 'em.
yeah, the thing you want to be doing a lot of is actually the other mode, and I'm gonna explain as we get into here. So, while you're in Punisher mode,
Move and we shoot.
you can you can hold this down, and you can do this wide attack that ends in that. If you actually make contact with someone while you're in that, you get a stack of Berserk, which, if we were to pull up this and pull up the icon key, you can see that that's what that is. Berserk is I believe increasing physical attack. and lowering defense. I'm not entirely sure on that last one though. One of the things that you need to pay attention with this game though, and I think it's going to be more for later, is that each character has a distinct way that they prefer to be played. Like, it's not like the previous game in which you could just make Cloud the healer.
Get surrounded. Try harder.
It's more of... Oh, and you can press this. Let's not do fire. Let's actually do...
Brace yourself.
Ooh.
It's over. Was never in doubt.
Took him out of a single hit. That looked like it hurt. Do like how it has the stepping trail from Kingdom Hearts. Pretty good. I think it was in other Square Enix games, but I just remember it from Kingdom Hearts. I got an extra grenade, which is pretty good. Let's actually pull up inventory. I mostly wanted to put fire here so it's easier to work with, because sometimes pressing the X button is not good enough for me, because I kind of forget that that's a thing. Okay, I got 4 grenades. That's pretty good. I don't have any of the other items, so I'm going to talk about when we get to it. You're going to want to make sure that you get every chest, and you want to break every box. Mostly because you can get MP back from that, but it's actually so you can get potions. May not seem like it, but your potions are actually pretty important. Right now I have 11, but if you can actually see, like, you slowly drain health, especially from ranged enemies.
So what Soldier Boy's deal?
In which there's no way
Is he
to
one of us
perfectly block
now?
attacks.
He's got balls, this.
I'm gonna wait for this
what
cutscene
was
to
his
end,
name
and I'll
again?
talk again.
Cloud Strife.
Right.
And he isn't a soldier anymore. Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us. I'm glad to have him.
This is a one-time gig. When it's done, we're done.
Really enjoy to work with.
Okay. I dropped it on the ground.
Way to look at it, too.
So one of the aspects that I actually did like about this game,
Guess I'm not on the same page as people.
when I was first learning about it, is
Reading the same book,
the characters, especially
or even the same.
some of the early
Nobody do
game
something
characters,
this crazy
which are
just for
basically
money.
this game.
They may not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think?
Not interested.
What?
One of the characters I actually am kind of sad about is the fact that Cloud never feels like he is in Midgard,
Wedge.
like at the later points of the game, and definitely not what he feels like in Advent Children. I have always resented Advent Children because he just doesn't feel like,
You better be worth the money, Merc. Every last gil.
just doesn't feel like the Cloud from Midgar, in which he's kind of snarky. He kind of knows his stuff, and then he kind of just comes emo, and that was always kind of weird to me. And you can tell that they're still wanting to do that, but
Get him, boy!
it's less subdued. It's more subdued. Okay, so guard dog. Did I actually read this? Typically seen patrolling the city streets. Yeah. Military canines employed by the public security. It's not saying it right here because it doesn't want to give it away, but it's weak to elemental attacks. So, if you're in Punisher mode, what you can do is if a character attacks you, you can actually, oh my gosh. So much for a high-level gameplay that I'm doing. Yeah, it's, if you're in Punisher mode,
Looks like you're next.
you can tap the block button to
Come on.
do a parry, but you could also do a parry if you're directly in
Let's go.
block and you tap the triangle at the right time, and I feel like that's going to be a little bit more beneficial. But in some ways, it means that you're in the less powerful mode while doing it, but you're at least more defensive. And I feel like that's one way of making it so that you can definitely like play Cloud the way you want, but Cloud has a distinct style, and that is he is the red mage that basically face checks everyone. So it is important to know that he is going to be that type of character that gets up in people's faces, but he's never going to be your dedicated mage. He's never going to be your actual tank.
So fast. We've got company.
He's going to be the one who takes a lot of damage but then dishes out a lot of damage.
Should be easy.
Okay. Now that we got the Zerk stack, let's do this.
Calling fire.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, so as you can see, like, when you now kind of know what you're doing, this gets a little bit easy. And I mostly wanted to talk about this, which is why I wanted to do it. There are some people who say that they're having some problems, like, moving the camera around. There's some people that saying that the combat is a little bit too hard, and to those people, I'm like, I don't really see it. Like, maybe it's the fact that I'm a little bit more suited to this type of gameplay, not to others, but just like in general. Like, I am more used to kind of weird feeling action games because, you know, I was the type of person who grew up with the knockoff God of War games with the ones who only really played beat 'em up games as a kid. So it's like, so I actually understand, like, there's like, you know, sometimes the game doesn't want you to. Sometimes the game is pretty upset that you're playing it, so it doesn't want you to ever be in control. I don't know a good way to put that.
Soldiers may attack on command, but I hear they make good guard dogs too. Bet you've seen a few reactors. So how do we get to the bridge above Mako storage? Ain't holding out on me, are you? Stamp scared to bite the hand that fed him? Or is he a loyal little doggy? Have it your way, Mutt. We can do this with you, or we can do this without you.
Different reactor, different layout. Depends when it was built. Never seen one like this, but I'll manage.
I have been told that there are some aspects of this game that we haven't seen yet
Damn, I'm good.
from people who have played more of this game than just the demo. And that makes me kind of relieved.
It's over!
That's my line.
Okay.
He's alone! We can take him! Make it rain!
Enough.
Yeah, it's like, that's primarily the way that I feel best playing, where it's like, doing attacks, I pull up the command menu, and
Cut it out!
that way I do that. But it's gonna get really hard later on when characters have multiple different types.
It's a good thing I know someone who can get us the passcodes.
Yeah, multiple different types of
Anyone
attacks
else at
and
command will talk to us,
all
but
that jazz.
What can you do? Then we're good.
Careful in there.
There were some boxes. Okay. I'm trying to...
Security's only gonna get tighter, so be ready. We can't afford any more mistakes.
Yeah.
So, you know Tifa, right? It's not really my business, but are you guys close?
Tifa and I...
These sewer rats appear to call themselves Avalanche, sir. We are currently investigating whether they belong to the same group that made the attempt on your life. Rest assured, our inquiries will not take much longer.
This pump's sole purpose is to drain the planet dry. While you sleep, while you eat, while you shit, it's here sucking up Mako. It doesn't rest, and it doesn't care. You do realize what Mako is, don't you? Mako is the lifeblood of our world. The planet bleeds green like you and me bleed red. The hell you think's gonna happen when it's all gone, huh? Answer me! You gonna stand there and pretend you can't hear the planet crying out in pain? I know you can!
You really hear that?
Damn straight I do!
Get help.
Say that again!
I'd worry less about the planet and more about the next 5 seconds. Save the screaming for later.
Our lives are on the line now. You listening, Merc? One false move. And that happens.
Well, so much for having Cloud do all the fighting. There are some places a sword just can't reach. Just bear with him for me, would you?
Yeah.
Should have asked for more money.
Yeah, I was gonna mention this, but one of the things that I always thought was missing a lot of the time from that was missing a lot of the time from what's a good way to... Okay, so one of the things that you can't really get from a... Okay, so at first, I didn't think I was gonna like Barrett's voice, and it was mostly from when he was being like stern and like and upset, and then he acts like, and then he does his whole like environmentalist speech, and he's being all over dramatic, and I'm like, no, this is fine. This is what the voice actor was here for.
Look what we have here.
A laser security system. Great.
Those things will hurt more than your pride if you're careless. They'll cut you down to size and then some. But I'm guessing you've done this kind of thing before.
Yeah, figure out the timing of the lasers. Then, make a move when they cycle off.
Exactly. I'll go first. Nothing like a little danger to get the blood pumping.
Hey!
Just keep those baby blues of yours on me.
Okay, so what they want you to do is they want you to... Yeah, is that they want you to dash. Every single time I go through here, I hit them at least once, and it's kind of funny because the more you get hit, the more Jesse kind of makes fun of you. Just fair. It's definitely fair. Yeah, I'm gonna use potions for now because I don't think I want to be using Barrett's MP so soon.
Come on, then. You're doing good, soldier. Pay more attention.
I am paying attention. These are just alternating very quickly. Okay, Barrett, you keep face checking it. Okay. Okay. Moment of truth. How many? I now have 5 grenades. It's probably from playing on normal difficulty, which isn't even that bad.
Not if you wipe the floor with them first.
First tactic. Do not immediately run at him and instead run behind to grab this chest. It only has an ether in it, but might be useful because Barrett's kind of your magic user right now because he's got cure and he's got. I always wondered, can you actually? Yeah, you can. You can actually see the elemental materia sitting in it, which means probably. Do you know what? Let's actually check his inventory. Party. Yeah, it's not gonna show us the materia of what's in it, but if I'm gonna guess, the iron bangle has cure in it, and the Gatling gun has the lightning in it. Okay. So, when you engage,
That hunk of junk is a heavy weapons platform. If we rush in, we die.
Is that right?
Need to hit it with magic. That should give us an opening.
okay, Barrett, I'm gonna need you. Actually, gonna need to switch to you fully. And that is so we can stagger it, then use Thunder,
Give it all you got.
switch back.
Of course. It just had to get back up.
So we knock it down again. No time to complain.
Let's do another Braver. Then switch to Barrett, who has spells again. Use Thunder. Gonna keep him pressured. Overcharge, it should knock him down. Nope. Okay, let's use Thunder one more time. Cool. Ah, I didn't actually scan the sweeper. My bad. It's gonna show off what it says. Oh well. We're gonna be encountering another one in a bit.
I mean your age, not your goddamn rank. Though for all I know, a soldier's rank could be the same as his age. Mm-hmm. Guess that makes you a 1-year-old, huh? Live and learn.
Yeah, that type of dialogue, that's the stuff that I actually expected from this game. Like, it may sound kind of weird, but I always felt that Final Fantasy was 350. Huh. That actually heals a lot more than I thought, but then again, you do start the game in the thousands, so it's fair. Nah, I'm not going to heal up that last little bit because it's because it's just gonna overflow. So there's no reason to do it. Okay. So one of the things that I did hear from a lot of people, especially fans of the old game who routinely play the game, like every once in a while,
Let's get down there.
they really wanted... Oh, you can climb down and up the ladder quickly if you hold the, run button, so that's useful. One of the... Yep.
Scared, huh?
More like excited. I've been dreaming about this for years.
One of the things that people who are bigger fans of this series than me... How many... Okay, I got 3. You know, in case I mess up.
Boys, the end's in sight. Leave the rest in your capable hands. Good luck.
Barrett's not full up. How about we actually give him an ether? Top him off.
Aw, you're choosing me over the reactor? That's sweet, but I'll wait my turn. Go blow her mind.
You know, I always thought I was in the minority who always liked Jesse a little bit more than than Tifa or Aerith. Apparently, I am not so weird. There are a lot of people who actually like Jesse more, and I find that really interesting. Okay,
Gonna make your eyeballs pop.
okay. After the next encounter, we're gonna top off on everything. And then we're going to...
We fell in. We sink right down to the bottom. To the planet's core.
Whatever.
Oh, I'm behind a grating. Camera keeps getting stuck on things.
Must have missed it.
Oh, you see that, Cloud? Nah, I missed it. Oh. Okay, so since we're about to go into the boss fight, now we can properly top off on everything. Let's, use 2 on us. Why not ether? There you go. Okay. So one of the, yeah, fans of the game really wanted to impress on people that this first boss was basically a nothing battle, and it is really interesting that they're putting more emphasis on even the minor bosses of the game and giving them more of a presence. So that's kind of nice.
All right. Let's see if Little Stamp really can bite the hand that feeds.
Yeah.
Go on. Do the honors. Prove to me you're the man Tifa says you are. That you're one of us.
Never said I was. I'm just here for the paycheck.
Then do the damn job. What's wrong?
I'm fine. What about the timer?
Your call, Merc.
So no matter what you pick here, you're gonna have a lot of time. Most people who aren't even like too good at the game and kind of slow still get there before even the 20-minute timer goes up. It also has another. It also gives you another scene afterwards, but we're not really going to be discussing that too much.
That long enough for you?
Yeah, sure, Barrett. So there's actually a reason why. They never said that was reversed. Why was that reversed? I saw that.
Heads up.
What in the hell?
It was like the 3 was mirrored. Okay.
Hey, how the hell do we fight this thing?
It's got reinforced armor plating, but the internals can be overloaded. Lightning magic.
No other option, huh?
Steady.
Okay, let's see if we actually get this off.
Whatever. That it?
Okay.
Okay. Bring it.
Try to attack me physically. Nope. Okay, Barrett, I'm gonna need you to do focus shot on him.
Got anything you want to say?
Yeah!
Funny way to ask for help.
Okay, let's see if we can...
Here we go. Whatever.
Ooh, I got it! Oh, Scorpion Sentinel. Or Sentinel Scorpion, whatever it's actually called. Large sentry weapon manufactured by Shinra's Advanced Weaponry Division. Highly mobile due to its multiple legs, armed with an array of heavy weapons, deployed at Mach Reactor 1 to protect the core. Okay, now that we have that, let's get 2 uses of Braver on it. Switch the Barrett, who's overcharged, since he's pressured. Let's use lightning.
Hell yeah! You see the damage I did?
Keep it up.
Abilities, focus shot, get him off of the wall. There's no good way to actually build up ATB when you're not using the character, so the character that you're preparing to actually use the move with
The hell is that?
A barrier?
should be the one that you're
Thought you were the expert.
that you're mostly utilizing.
Man, genius.
It's my time to shine.
Or go down in flames.
You want to be focused on the field generator. Get behind him. Overcharge. Spells. Spend it on the field generator.
It didn't work.
Use it again since I have the ATB.
Damn it. Gotta do something about that barrier first.
It's not really liking me. Probably switch the cloud.
Bingo. Focus on that core.
Oh, now he remembers. Don't keep me waiting in suspense next time.
Okay, there we go.
Stand there.
Let's use
Damn it.
Braver twice.
So long.
Dang it.
Keep it together.
About damn time. Suck now. Hell yeah, baby.
Now's our chance. Give it.
Oh,
Everything you
very
got.
slow.
Always did like a job.
Let's use item on Barrett.
Could keep going if I heal up.
Okay. Let's use Cure instead to get him up a little bit further. Nope. Basically about the same.
Enough with all the barriers.
Let's not use Cure. Instead, let's use
Bring it home.
Abilities, focus thrust on the field generator. Okay. Let's use potion on Cloud this time.
Don't overdo it.
Damn pain in the ass. Suck on this. Ooh, gotta love it.
It's only being reduced, but it's still... Ah, I got that. Don't lie to me, game. Heal up Cloud a bit.
You ain't stopping us. I'm gonna have to do this all by myself. Here it comes. Hey, ain't there something you want to say to yours too?
Focus thrust on field generator.
Now, hit it hard and fast.
Oh, you in for it now?
Just shoot.
Okay. Gonna build up a little bit.
Not looking good.
Charge.
Kiss my ass.
Let's wait for it to jump down, and then we'll use Thunder. We're out of MP. Okay. First one we use Ether on Barret. And second one we use Thunder.
Need to heal up.
We're gonna need to use that potion.
Focus and find a way. It's on now.
Okay. We knocked him into the next state. So, for the first boss having like having
Watch the tail.
having four different phases is kind of interesting.
Take cover behind that debris.
Okay, right as he goes down, we're gonna use 2 items. Potion on me, and a potion on Barret.
Heal up and regroup. Strike now before it fires again.
I got a limit break. Actually, I shouldn't use it yet because it's gonna just bounce off of the. It's gonna just bounce off of the. Off of the hard shell. We need to actually knock it down a bit before have the ability to do anything good with it. Let's use Steel Skin, which is basically his tank move.
I got it.
Let's use Braver. Oof.
Gotta memorize the attack patterns.
Focus shot.
Hey, it's doing that thing again.
Find cover and hunker down.
Again and again and again.
Okay, he's targeting me.
It's wide open. Light it up.
Abilities. Focus thrust.
Take the lead.
Kiss my ass.
Spells Thunder.
How is this thing
Again.
still running?
I'm actually knocking him down a lot. See where he lands. Okay.
Here it comes. Getting tired of that laser?
Mechs don't get tired or complain.
Then you're getting tired of my complaining, huh? Solid copy.
Okay. Since we have enough with Barret, I'm gonna use him to put a potion on Cloud. And now that Cloud has one, I'm gonna put a potion on him again. And that's how you basically stay alive. Okay, let's do this. Switch to Barret. Drive. Has enough to use Thunder again. But now he's basically out. But now that he's in his last phase, this should be right before we're able to actually take him out.
An auto repair unit. Damn it. We gotta take it out quick or we're screwed.
Focus round on leg. Need to heal up Cloud.
Alright. Gotta time our attacks just right. Hold out until you spot an opening.
That was close. Abilities. Focus thrust.
We need to do something about these wounds.
Items. Put another potion on Cloud. Switch over to Barret. Okay, let's hope he actually doesn't knock him out. Ah, he did. So if you get hit while doing something, you basically lose the item. Which isn't too good when you're on low health. Let's have Cloud. Use an item on Barret. Let's wait for him to be finished with this barrage first. Let's have Barret use a grenade to just basically show that off. Oh, Barret has a limit, so that's probably going to knock him down. Crippled right leg.
No time to waste. Let's take it out quick.
Switch to Cloud. Staggered.
It's not gonna go down easy. Focus.
You focus, soldier boy. You ain't gotta worry about me missing my shots.
There we go. Oh, that's fun. Gonna take a celebratory sip.
Shit, the bomb!
30 minutes until detonation.
You hear that? Damn thing showed you how it's done.
Come on, we've got to move.
Okay.
Where should be covering our way out? Go, go, go!
We are low on health, so how about let's potion on Cloud, since we are going to be getting into some fights, but not too many. And when we encounter the next sweeper one, we should actually probably look at it. Speaking of which, we should also probably take a look at the other guys that are around here, which I have not been doing.
Concentrate.
Mono drives, a monster cooked up by Shinra's R&D department. They have AI implants use the guard Mako reactor. Okay, got another potion. It's that's useful. Okay. Oh no, Jesse is trapped under a rock. That looks like you would actually be able to move out of the way, but who knows? Maybe it's actually an incredibly heavy piece of rock.
Help a girl out, would you?
Actually, yeah, I think that might actually be a little bit
My hero.
too heavy for her to move from that position.
We'll link up over there. Look after Jesse.
Okay, sure.
Come this way. This route should lead us straight to Barrett. Probably. I think I see an exit. Come on.
Okay, gonna make sure I open all these boxes, but they're only giving me a MP. I kind of need more potions.
Don't look back. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
There we go. 2 more. I think Barrett fully heals up between here and when we meet him again.
Shut up and climb. You're not helping.
Sorry, it keeps me focused. I'll freak out if I don't talk.
Have it your way.
The one thing I am kind of sad about is that the
Barrett!
I've got you covered.
is that the timer pauses when you're in a cutscene, and I don't think it should.
I've got Soldier Boy with me.
X, Soldier Boy.
They're here. Take them down. We don't have time for this shit. The clock's ticking.
Cool it. 5 seconds.
Huh, because there was do I have, whoa! Let's use fire on it. Okay. Yeah, he was fully healed up when we met up with him. Okay, that's useful. Sweeper. Self-propelled anti-personnel weapon manufactured by Shuma's Advanced Weaponry Division. Remains in sleep mode until it detects intruders. Threat elimination mode. We have exploited it before.
You got that right. All right.
No, not spells. Then let's use a grenade on the sweeper.
Keep it together.
All right. Watch it learn.
Spells. Thunder. Thunder again. Let's have Cloud. Let's just focus the rest. Keep pressuring it. There we go. Easy. The air combos look pretty cool, even though I don't think they're gonna be as useful with Cloud at least. I do think that there will be a character that will utilize air combos, but I don't think he's going to show up in this game, and I don't think he's going to show up in the possible next one. Shock Trooper. Troopers serving the public security corps. Pharmacological agents and reinforced suits make these troopers tough to take down. They attack with claw weapons and both arms. Do we have to wait for him to attack because he's gonna keep doing this dodging thing? Whoops. So we have to wait for him to attack and exploit him like that. Focus thrust. There we go. Barrett's now level 8 because he had slightly less experience than us. Going in. Sentry Ray. Autonomous gun platform developed by the Advanced Weaponry Division. Deployed to protect the Mako reactors and other important installations. Opens fire as it detects intruders. Yep. I just wanted to, holy crap, this camera. Why is it?
So good. Take care of those wounds
You know what?
before you bleed out.
You know what? Fine. I'll take you out then. Okay, items. Use it on Cloud. Come on, attack. Okay, there we go. Just fire.
Going in. Time to get serious. Take the lead.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, okay.
How'd you like that?
There we go. Now let's get out of here.
TV in action?
Must have missed it.
That battle was oddly, was a bit weird. Okay.
Sir. Come on.
Okay, so I kind of want to bring up my thoughts on that scene, but we're gonna have to wait until this whole sequence is done. Okay, let's help up Jesse, and then we'll talk after the
If I
cutscene.
couldn't, believe me, you'd be the first to know.
I'll take that as a yes.
Okay, that was pretty cool. All right, come on.
Okay, so with all that done, let's talk about the ending. So, in the original version, you kind of get a grasp that that maybe Shinra wanted this to happen, but it's never really directly stated. But as you can kind of see, the bombs that they brought only really destroy the actual pumping station of the reactor. Like, they weren't... I honestly believe what they wanted to do was they wanted to shut it down and make it so, and basically make it so that they have to make costly repairs on the system to get it back up and running, not destroy the entire thing. But it does make a little bit of sense if you really think about it. That it's like Shinra would want to take advantage of this situation, and so it's like, oh, the bomb didn't actually destroy anything. Well, we might as well just self-destruct it ourselves and make it seem like they're even worse people. So it's like, I mean, it makes a little bit of sense in context, but it's just a little weird and sudden to be like, oh, huh. Okay, so final thoughts on the demo. It's pretty good. It shows off a lot about the game and how you're going to be going through. I'm really interested to see how Tifa plays, because I always kind of like unarmed monks in games, and just see how they go. It's why Sabin was one of my favorite characters in 6, because like his attacking system was so fun to do. But at the end of the day, the one thing I really hope they do in this game is they expand on the story and make it more digestible, especially when it comes to if they actually end up doing the rest of the game and they eventually get to the end and have to explain the weirdness that is the actual story of Final Fantasy VII. But at the end of the day, I did like this demo. This does make me want to play the game. I am probably not gonna play it as an actual game on my channel, but I just wanted to let you know that this is on my radar, and this is a fun game. And I do think that people will enjoy this game, even if it's no longer a tactical. It's not really as tactical as it was when it was a turn-based strategy game. But at the end of the day, it's a fun beat 'em up. Check it out if you want to. Leave your own opinion down below, because I always like listening to what other people think of the games I play. And I will see you in whatever next video I put up next. Goodbye.